Welcome to Film and Page. I'm Dominic, and in this video I'm going to be taking a look at the summer collection by the Folio Society. So the Folio Society each season likes to release their new books. So you have the fall collection, the summer collection, things like that. So there's 3 books in this new collection that really stood out. And those are the ones I'm going to be taking a look at. But first I'll just take a quick overview of all the books that have come out. So we have Half a Yellow Sun, and that is a story that takes place in the backdrop of the Nigerian Civil War. And it has some really nice color illustrations. Then we have A Walk in the Woods, and that one is almost like a travel log, and it reminded me a bit of Farley Mowat's The Boat Who Wouldn't Float, but with hiking trails. And then we have The Tombs of Atuan by Ursula K. Le Guin. And then we have Syria by Gertrude Bell. Now that is all about this woman who was an explorer that in 1902, 1901 went over to the Middle East and documented the cultures and stuff over there. And there's a lot of photographs in that one. So that's like a historical book. And then we have the selected short stories of Philip K. Dick. And that one is pretty pricey, $160, but that's one of the ones that really got me excited. Then we have A Perfect Spy by John le Carré. And then we have India by John Keay. And that is historical books. It's a 2-book set. And then we have Alamein by Simon Bell. And that is documents a great battle, I think during the First World War, Second World War, something like that. And then we have the 50th anniversary of Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas by Hunter S. Thompson. So the 3 that got me excited was The Tombs of Atuan, selected short stories of Philip K. Dick, and Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. So they're the ones I'm going to be taking a look at in more detail in this video. So to start things off, we have The Tombs of Atuan by Ursula K. Le Guin, illustrated by David Lupton. The Tombs of Atuan is the second book in Ursula K. Le Guin's Unmissable Earthsea series. Artist David Lupton provides the illustrations and a haunting binding design for this new folio edition. And I have to say, of all the books that they released in the summer collection, this is the nicest looking one. I think anyway. I recently got I got it last year, was The Left Hand of Darkness through the Folio Society, and I reviewed that one on my channel a few months back, and that was just a beautiful edition, a really nice book. So let's take a look at some of the details of this book close up. So great looking cover, and I really like the illustrations. And I love it when books have maps for end papers. That's one of the things I always love that. I always think that's so cool. Like I love that about Frank Herbert's Dune, that there's a map of Dune as the end paper. And the illustrations in this look really good. Especially that one there. I really like that one. That was a fantastic illustration. We have some more maps. Another fantastic illustration. And these books are just amazing. That's another great one right there. One of the major works of fantasy in this century. The second book in the Earth-Sea cycle continues the story of Get, once known as Sparrowhawk, now a wandering mage seeking an artifact that could be the key to peace throughout the archipelago. Ursula K. Le Guin is one of the literary giants of the last century. Lauded by writers around the world, her Earth-Sea novels contain all the adventures of the greatest fantasy, as well as an underlying foundation of quiet wisdom. The Tombs of Atuan tackles guilt, responsibility, and hope, all within a story so irresistibly told it could almost be a fable itself. Before she passed away, Le Guin worked with series artist David Lupton to ensure that her worlds and characters were presented as accurately as possible. For The Tombs of Atuan, Lupton continued to work with the author's son to maintain the integrity of Le Guin's much-loved characters. And for this special edition, he has created 7 rich and foreboding illustrations as well as a beautifully airy binding design. and we'll take a look at the production details. Bound in printed and blocked cloth, set in Garamond with Duchina Sheref as display. 184 pages, 7 full-page color illustrations, printed map end papers, plain slipcase. So a really nice edition, really nice book. So this is another one that got me really excited when I seen it. Selected short stories of Philip K. Dick, illustrated by 24 different artists, introduced by Jonathan Lethem, prefaced by Philip K. Dick. 24 artists take on the best of Philip K. Dick's short fiction in selected short stories, with a unique die-cut slipcase, printed page edges, and an introduction by Jonathan Lethem. So this is a really nice looking book. So one thing I really like that they're doing for the Philip K. Dick stuff for the Folio Society is the colors for these books are really bright and they really pop out. So as you can see, like all of them almost like neon colors and stuff, it looks really striking. And you can see that crazy end paper gives almost like this psychedelic look. And I love like the tiled almost page edges there. And that illustration kind of reminds me, I think the artist's name is Jim Steranko. He used to do the artwork for S.H.I.E.L.D. back in the day, and he'd always draw these like crazy psychedelic looking stuff in his panels. And now what I really like is the inside of the slipcase. They have this really cool looking illustration, and that looks really nice. That looks cool. Here's another illustration, just an amazing looking book. And of course, all crazy looking because it's Philip K. Dick. That's another nice one. That's a pretty cool one too. We have that one as well. This one I think is, just from what they've shown in the previews, this is my favorite one right here, this illustration. And then it has that die cut there on the slipcase. Really nice looking slipcase. One of the most original practitioners writing any kind of fiction. This special collection of short stories has been curated to celebrate the incredible scope of Philip K. Dick's imagination and wit. 24 artists were commissioned to create the spectacular illustrations. While the volume itself is full of quirky details, the vibrant sprayed page edges feature a pair of startling eyes, and the unique die-cut slipcase features a hidden image on the interior bursting with color. Award-winning novelist and Philip K. Dick fan Jonathan Lethem has provided a fascinating introduction, while the edition also includes an insightful preface by the author himself. Selected short stories brings together the very best in modern book design, with a host of diverse artists, all to explore the fantastic and fantastically strange universe of Philip K. Dick. We'll have a look at some of the production details. Bound in blocked cloth with a design by La Boca, set in Mentor and Futura as display, 648 pages. Second color in prelims, 24 full-page color illustrations, printed end papers, 2 ribbon markers, digitally printed page edges, blocked and die-cut slipcase with printed inside design by La Boca. So this is another one that I wouldn't mind owning at some point. But the thing about the Folio Society, where they are higher marked books, I really have to be choosy. So this wouldn't be something I would get this year. This might be like a couple years down the road. So the last book I wanted to take a look at was Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. So the only thing I really know about Hunter S. Thompson is just a few documentaries I've seen about him, a few interviews, and I have seen the Johnny Depp film that was based on this book. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, a savage journey to the heart of the American dream. Hunter S. Thompson. Illustrated by Ralph Steadman. Introduced by David Mamet. Hunter S. Thompson's acid-laced counterculture classic, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, is given the ultimate collector's makeover in this 50th anniversary Folio Society edition, featuring Ralph Steadman's original illustrations and exclusive introduction by David Mamet. So this is the 50th anniversary of this book. So that's interesting. So right off the bat, what I like about it is the movie, it's very drug heavy, the movie. I'm assuming the book's the same way. So a lot of psychedelic stuff. So the illustrations and the illustration on the cover itself has that psychedelic look to it. So there's the first page, and it looks great. The Folio Society does such a great job on all its books. But as you can see, it has that psychedelic look, almost like you're looking through the eyes of someone on acid. And it has some really crazy looking illustrations this edition. And there is the slipcase. The best book on the dope decade. With their rental car packed full of psychedelic drugs, Hunter S. Thompson and his attorney, the Simone, embark on the greatest narcotics-fueled road trip in journalistic history. Sent to cover the Mint 400 race in Las Vegas, the pair ditch the story to find the dark side of the American dream, while doped up on a heady cocktail of booze, pills, and powder, as reality and fantasy are blurred beyond recognition. Their chemical encounters with the city's reprobates become increasingly weird and darkly comic. The 50th anniversary of publication is the backdrop for this collector's edition, and it is a psychedelic showcase of Thompson's hallucinatory memoir. Every one of Ralph Steadman's iconic and grotesquely compelling original illustrations has been carefully colored by Neil Grower, with Steadman's approval, while David Mamet's exclusive new introduction completes this unique edition. Now for the production details. Bound in printed and blocked cloth, set in Electra with alternate Gothic as display. 232 pages, 26 full-color illustrations integrated throughout the text, including 5 double-page spreads, metallic end papers, printed soft-touch laminated slipcase. Now this is a little bit outside of what I usually read, these kinds of books, but this is one that I've always had an interest in reading this at some point down the road, and if I'm going to get it and read it, I might as well get the folio edition of it. So that's it. That is the summer collection by the Folio Society, and they have a few really good books that I would like to get at some point in the future. So that's everything I got to say in this video. Let me know what you think in the comments section, and I will see you at the next one. I'd like to say thank you to all of my subscribers. I appreciate you all in helping this channel grow. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to hit the bell icon so you'll be notified when new videos are uploaded.